Welcome back to TADA 3D Printing. Today we will be unboxing and setting up a new machine, but it's a little different from the 3D printers that I'm used to. This is a Cavera Air. It is a desktop CNC machine. So it's supposed to be very easy to use. And the main differences between a 3D printer and a CNC machine is a 3D printer is an additive. So you start with an empty build plate and you have the machine melt plastic and build onto it. This is a subtractive machine. So you start with your material, usually wood. There are some metals that you can use with this, and it subtracts. So it either carves out with its tools or with the laser what you're left with the finished product. So it's kind of the opposite, but it's still supposed to be very easy to use. And I've had a few companies reach out to me that have different laser machines, but what interested me about this one is that it has mechanisms in it to keep everything very clean. And because of the types of materials you can use, I've used before, for example, the Cricut when it had the knife blade, and that one would cut out, but I would have to use such thin material that I was left having to create all the sides of my miniatures. So I'm really interested to see this one because of the type of tool heads it uses, that it will be able to create something with a lot more depth. There are also lathe attachments. I think it's called fourth dimension or fourth axis. So I really am curious about that as well. I'm really interested to get into it, so let's start unboxing. A huge thank you to Cavera for sending us this CNC machine to unbox and check out and get into a new type of machine. Okay, so this process is going to be a little different than my usual unboxing. In the past, I've set up a little stand and I usually am in front of it, but I feel like I have to change my camera angle a lot and I end up just stepping in front of the camera so many times that this time I actually put it on my head. So I have my phone on my head. The GoPro that I would normally use, the battery's not working, so we're gonna try this out and you're gonna get a first look at unboxing this from my point of view. Okay, so it looks like we've got these straps that we need to snap off. And then, looks like we've got a lot of tape, and these corners are taped on, so I'm gonna have to cut them. I'm also trying to make sure you can see what I'm doing. Okay. This does say team lift and that it's over 35 kilograms. So I don't think that I'm going to be able to pull this out of the box. Probably gonna have to cut the box like I usually do. Got all the corners. Now I can just open the actual box. I'm wondering, yeah, let's let's flip it around the other way. It says team lift the other way, so I'm thinking. Yep, I flipped it the wrong way. Dang it. Okay. Unboxing guide is what I am looking for. Remove protective foam. Get the machine out of the box. Gently remove the inner foam. Okay, and I'm gonna have to adjust the voltage. What else is in here? We've got just a couple of pages of this. Oh, just one page. Wow. Some stickers. Cool. And then we've got the guide. Oh, examples guide. That'll be really cool. Oh wow, it's got a lot of options. Cool. Oh, that'll be really cool. So if it comes with all those options, that'll be a really nice way to try things out and be able to compare what it should look like. Great. And then more in-depth instruction manual. Okay, it looks like it does come with some materials as well. Voltage. Okay, let's jump into this. Looks like we've got a spoil board so we don't mess up our, I'm going to call it a build plate. I'm sure it's not called a build plate, but all right, we've got all that. Okay, I think, yeah, you get the corners out. So that will help me be able to cut this box open. I know I'm supposed to probably keep the box, but it is what it is. Yeah, it looks like there's sitting on foam as well. Okay. Now it looks like I have a ton of space inside that I am not going to damage anything. Except for maybe my tape. Okay. Yeah, that's beautiful. get those off. It's funny, I keep trying to look at my camera screen. Can't really see. Okay. Oh, we have a board down here. Wonder if I can catch that. Slide this out. Oh, I feel like I can catch the edge of that. Awesome. That is cool. Okay. Whole box is down. Well, looks like I'm on the back, so let's turn this around. It's on a base. Just pop this. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay. We just popped that off. There's probably a little bit. Yep, still here. Back. Okay. Now. My dogs are barking. There's one of them right there. Spy. Same thing. We'll just kind of rotate this around. Ooh, that looks cool. Okay, now to open this, let's see, I'm supposed to lift up and set it back. I wonder if it needs to go back a little. Yeah, does that look right? Okay. So there's plastic on the inside and the outside. Looks like I can remove this. Ooh, we got stuff in here. Okay. So that looks cool. That is how it keeps everything so clean. Let's check out what this stuff is. Okay, so we have okay, cool. I do have the laser module. Cavera had reached out to me about this and sent this to me free, and I was not sure if they were going to include the laser module, but I'm very excited that it's got that. All right, then we've got tool kits. Let's get this out of the way. We've got tool kits, screwdriver, ooh, this looks nice. Wow, okay, cool. We've got engraving bit for metal. Awesome. This looks like a very sturdy machine. Just everything feels really awesome. Okay. We've got phone, pad holder, power cable, spare parts, backup screws. I like that everything's labeled. Emergency stop button. I want to look at that. Oh, my nephew Gideon would love that. Okay, cool. Tool setter, spare tool bits, spare limit switch, wired probe, and different size shanks. Okay, I'm assuming if there's empty spots, some of these things are already installed. Let's see, USB cable and safety goggles. Great. And we have materials, which is awesome because who wants to worry about getting the wrong thing? Wasteboard, PCB, acrylic. That'll be really nice. Acrylic would be really nice because I 3D print the glass for my dollhouse showers. And of course it's never clear. And I've tried before to cut things with a jigsaw, but it is hard to get it perfectly straight and the correct size. So that will be really nice. ABS plastic plate, aluminum plate, epoxy, mini handsaw. Okay, let's check this out here. Mini handsaw, okay. I guess that's kind of like a little X-Acto, yeah. Okay. LED light assembly kit. Okay, so it does come with the stuff in that manual. Single side PCB and aluminum. Man, that is awesome how thick that metal is. I'm assuming it's aluminum. Single side PCB. Yeah. Aluminum plate, 10 by 10 centimeters. 2 of these double-sided PCB. Epoxy tooling board. 2 of them, I'm assuming, yeah. Okay, cool. Waste board. ABS plastic. Acrylic plate. Wow, that is some thick acrylic. Cool, okay. Small sand block. Looks like what I use for my nails. 4-sided. Cool. Double-sided tape. And a big sand block. Great. What I really want to look at is this laser. Okay, all I have in here looks like is my safety goggles in a different color. These are for the laser, red, which makes me realize that this doesn't have any real coloring to it. So that's interesting that you're going to need to wear those. Okay, so I've got a cable, a clear tube, void exposure, wavelength. I'm realizing I'm getting a weird shadow in here. Yeah, that's right, a little better. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm very anxious to try this out. Okay, we've got some foam and some more materials. Let's see if we can put that here. Okay, 4th axis. I'm also very excited about this. So I'll have to see if the laser comes with everything. Okay, so this 4th axis, I am calling it like a lathe. It looks like a lathe to me. And it also has epoxy tooling board. Okay, great. I'm not sure if I find the saran wrap satisfying or annoying unpacking, but it is well packed, that's for sure. Please move the headstock to the leftmost side of the base, aligning it with position shown in the diagram. Wow, that's cool. I'm so glad it comes with the material for everything, because then you know what to compare it to. And I'm sure you can order more material from them. Awesome. Okay. And backup screws and Allen key. Wow, okay, cool. Okay, so now that I have a mess, did I do everything correctly? Inner foam, accessories. I need to make sure I have the right voltage. That looks like the outside. This is the inside. Okay, let's see. I have more foam. Oh, yeah. Cool. So this switch for the 115, 230. It looks like I'm already on the 115. So I'm already good to go on that. So I think I just need to clean all this stuff up and plug it in, and we'll be ready to get going. Okay, I was breezing through the instruction manual, and I want to connect the emergency stop and the power cord. And I also want to make sure I have this sitting right. I think I need to scoot it out from the wall a little bit so that it can sit back a little bit farther. Supposed to be locking. Okay. And it's time to remove this glass protector. Okay. I did read that this is around 77 pounds for the actual machine, so I'm happy that the feet are really make it easy to move around. So I can slide 70, but I cannot pick up 77 pounds. Okay, we can remove this, and it looks like we've got the emergency stop here, so let me do that first. trying to find the end so I don't have to rip it apart. Here we go. Please ensure the power supply voltage setting matches their supply voltage. Alrighty, it's all trash. So now we can turn this on. Little supply. How come I want this open in order to watch everything home? Okay. See if it's happy or not. Doesn't seem happy. Okay, let's see what I need to do here. Okay, I'm going to assume that these magnets attach up here. Yeah. And this looks like it would fit in here, right? Well, maybe not. Okay, I feel like this needs to go in here. And I'm wondering if this light is because I left this on. I want to be able to see everything, but okay, I'm just going to turn this off and on again and see if that resets it here. Off and on. Yeah, we're still getting that red light. Okay, what do we need to change here? Okay, so I was reading through the instruction manual and I am starting to think that the way that it locks up if something triggers the stop, the emergency stop, I'm wondering if that's what's happening right now. I thought I was being a little extra careful by having that plugged in, but I think I want to unplug it and start it again and see if that helps. So, let's see if we can do this. Unplug it. Okay, let's close the lid and start it again. Off, on. Let's see if it likes that better. Yep. Okay, so if you're having troubles, like I was, I think you can see my dog out of the reflection of this. If you're having troubles, unplug your emergency stop. And I do want to have that just because I want to be extra careful, but yeah, it's pretty cool to see this homing. I feel like if I open the door that it's going to turn off again. So let's see. Okay, I like the blue light better. That just seems a lot better. So I did read in the instruction manual, it recommends having the software on your computer for your first time use. So I'm going to go ahead and download that. Okay, so we're going to go to Cavera.com to download the software. It is the same website to purchase as to get the software. Let's see, software, and we're looking for the Cavera controller. I have a Windows. This is downloading. Okay, I do see it circling in the upper corner, so it is going pretty fast actually. It looks like I can also control this with my phone. I don't know if I need to download it through the App Store or here, but that's good to know. And then I can just click on that and get it to open. Okay, it's a new program, so I need to... It's not that I don't want to run. Okay, more info. Okay, run anyways. All right. I don't know why that doesn't give me that option in the beginning. Yes, I do want to install this. And next. Yes, I do want a shortcut. Let's install. Okay, that's actually really quick to install. Yes, I want to finish. And hopefully it launches right away. Yes, awesome. And I want this full size. Okay, so I need to connect this to the printer. And that looks like it's kind of this upper left. I want to connect by Wi-Fi. Yes. Not found. Enter IP manually. Okay. Is there anywhere I can try that again? Let's see. Let me just click it again. Searching. Okay, again, it's telling me to input my IP address. I have no idea what that is, so I guess I'll just search that real quick. What is my IP address? Do I need to... No, I don't even have to click this. I can just copy it right here. Okay, copy. And let's go back to the other screen, to the controller. It's not letting me right click to paste, but I can do the Control V and okay, awesome. It's there. Let's try that. Okay. Connection failed. Searching. IP address. And it already says failed in the corner. I can see it. Yep. Okay. That's 4 times. It does say I can connect by USB. Again, this is probably not how I'm going to control it the whole time. I keep feeling like this little symbol on the right should have Wi-Fi. I don't know why. That little world maybe is making me think that. All right, let me just connect by USB then. I am out in my print shed at my house, and we took out the little extender internet because I'm not really using that space anymore. So maybe I just don't have very good signal. But I am connected, and I was able to download everything from the website. So maybe I just don't have very good signal. I'm not sure. Okay, I have the USB cord that it came with plugged into my computer and plugged into the back of the printer. I don't really see it doing anything when it says connecting. I do remember that I got an email from Cavera that they said to make sure to upgrade the firmware before I started using it. So maybe that's some of what I'm having an issue with the connection. How am I going to do firmware update? There's got to be some kind of settings or something. Okay, here, this little like upload firmware, check for updates. Sure enough, there's plenty of updates needed. Let's download that. It takes me back to the website. I don't think I want Cavera Cam right now. Okay, here's the firmware. Download firmware. And that was extremely fast. Okay, let me go back to the Cavera controller, Cavera controller. Did it actually update? There's probably a way I need to like push the firmware through, right? Let me look at my connections again. Okay, it's showing my printer, so let's try that. Unlocking machine. I need to stop calling this a printer. It's not a printer, it is a machine. Okay, looks like it's connected, but I don't feel like I've updated that firmware yet. So I keep trying to click that world. Wi-Fi. Will it connect now? No. Okay. Software. Okay, this is now enabled that I can update it. I have to find where I downloaded it though. Yeah, I mean those are my tests and stuff, but I don't think my firmware is here. Okay, I probably just need to look at downloads. Yeah. Okay, Cavera firmware. Do I double click? Upload or download. No, it's upload. Yes, that looks like what I want to do. Reset the machine after updating. Yes, confirm. Okay, let's see how this goes. That was probably the longest process. That took about a minute for everything to upload and update on the machine. And see if anything happens here. It says it's going to reset it. And I probably should have closed that again, but here we are. Looking pretty good. Okay. It flashed. I think we're good to go. So I have it plugged in here, and I plugged it in. On the back, there is a spot that says TADA, and that's where that USB-C side is. So, all right, let's see what we got. Okay, so we can close out of this, and I want to go back to the examples. Let's see where that was. I feel like it was the lower left here somewhere. Yes. Examples. Laser LED. No. Okay, yeah, laser, and I'm looking for this Audrey Hepburn one. I don't think I want to use the small one. I think I just want regular size. And this will load. Okay, that looks really cool. Wow, that is a very detailed photo. All right, so now it's telling me I need to open the task configuration operation dialog box, and it tells me to do some numbers offset, but where is that box? Okay, this looks right. Configuration and run, and it says that I need to put in different numbers. Okay, let's try this config box. Yes, I'm looking for X offset of 30, Y offset 25, and anchor 1. Okay, so I've got anchor 1. Let's do the X and Y offset. Okay, that looks right, I think. Okay. There's something about I don't need auto leveling because I'm just working on something so flat. I'll have to remember to click that. It looks like it's kind of default off. Okay. Well, now I need to load the machine. Okay, so here is the desktop CNC machine examples guide. And the first one is really cool. The LED light looks really cool, but it does look a little bit complicated. For my very first example, there's several pages. It involves, looks like it involves soldering,
a lot of things. So I think I'm going to start instead. Man, there's so many pages. With number 2, because not only is it simple, but it's also Audrey Hepburn. So yeah, why not? So I've already connected to my computer and I have it loaded, ready to go. I just need to get the machine loaded. So I need to do this build plate first because I don't have that. So I need to put that on, and then I need to secure this MDF. So we've got the MDF spoil board that will protect this build plate. There we go. Okay. Unravel the whole thing. And I'm assuming that this flips over. Yes. Okay, cool. That's nice. Now we need to find this 150 by 150 by 2 MDF. So let's see what we've got over here. Moved all of this stuff. I'm assuming it's this. Yes. 150 by 150 by 2, and it looks like we have 2 of them. Okay, and we're going to put it in the corner, but I need to get this L bracket. Okay, we'll set that aside. We're done with materials. Get that out of the way. And I believe that was in with my tools. Toolkits, yes. That should be my L bracket. Okay. And screws. Does it look like 1, 2, 3? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. Okay. I'm assuming I can put these screws in and then they'll kind of hold it in place there. And also assuming that all of my screws are the same length. No, those ones are definitely shorter. Okay, let's go with the shorter ones since we're not using much. I don't want to put that one in all the way yet. Just want to secure my anchor first. Okay, now let me push this all the way in. Okay. One more. Securing things to the bed is going to be a new thing for me. I'm just used to spraying it with alcohol and wiping it and moving on. Okay. It looks like I'm going to use this lip to help keep things in place, I think. Yeah. Can definitely feel a lip right there that I want to overlap. Okay, I feel like it shifted a little, but okay, there we go. This feels good. Put that back. And am I missing anything else in here? Of course, I need to put my goggles on. Turn on the power. We're already home. We already have the software. I'm already here. I already did that. Check the scan margin option. Check the auto Z probe. Oh, I need to put my laser on. Because that's not a laser. Okay. The laser is here. And I don't know if I take that off first or do I run it first? Let's see. Okay, so I believe that it has to probe first with the existing tool head that's already pre-installed, and then it will prompt us on the computer when to change to the laser. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and click run. Wow. Okay, I probably, please change to tool probe, then press confirm or main button. So I thought we had the probe already installed. I mean, you can see something in there, but clearly that's not. So let's see what else we have. Okay, wired probe. Yes, that is what is installed because there's nothing in here, right? Okay, we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna say confirm and we're gonna see. Yeah, that looks good. Right. Okay, wireless probe dead or not set. So it doesn't like that. Okay. Okay, I've been staring at this for a little bit and realized this says wired probe. So I also saw that we don't need this. And the way to not use it is to pop the little skirt off and just attach it there so that, let's see if I'm doing this right, like that. Yeah, okay. So it's just not in the way. I'm not gonna need the laser for this, of course. So the next thing is me figuring out I know that you do something with this jazz. Oh, there we go. Okay. I felt it come out. All right. So when you pull this down, this opens just a little bit right there. And then you can pull this out. Okay. That is how that works. Yes. So then it's open. I could just put that in, let this up. Now it's nice and snug. Okay. Yep. Super easy once you know what you're doing. Okay. So let's go back and get this running. Okay, so we have those things still correct. 30, 25. From there, I click run. Okay. Ooh, that's cool, seeing that laser. Well, I'm glad that this machine is smarter than me and knows that it didn't have the right tool. Okay, so now I am changing to the laser. Okay, so I do this. Obviously, we're keeping this all the time. And this has a cable. I need to get the cable. Yes. Let's see. These look to me like they're the same on both sides. So we'll go like that. I assume that it just slips on forward facing. Cool. And then it plugs in to the top slot. And I need to put my little glasses on because you know I'm going to stare at this thing. Okay. And we're going to say confirm. And I'm going to pause this and put it on a stand so that I don't have to stare at it for 30 minutes with this on my head. Don't forget your goggles. This took about 45 minutes and was really kind of fun to see it come together, of course, while wearing my safety goggles. It is completely done, really cool looking. I don't remember how to make this home itself. I feel like it's not close. Shoot. So I think I'm just going to turn it off and turn it on again to make it home, and then I'll have to look at what the correct way to do that is. So we've got, remind me where that is. Okay, it's right by the plug, right below the plug. Okay. Got 20 million cameras in front here. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, I still need this. Still need my toolbox out because I need to remove that. Turned out really good. That's cool. Damn, computers are amazing, machines are amazing. Okay. Yeah, that is cool. Okay, so I think all I have to do is remove these couple that have it clamped. Yep. Man, that's really cool. Okay, well, we need to make the next project. I am really happy with this machine so far. I was extremely intimidated by everything about it, honestly, but just when I briefly looked through the tutorial, I was a little overwhelmed. I think the software was what scared me the most, but I like that there's projects already ready to go so that I can just kind of dip my feet in and know how to use just simple things on the machine. And I'm excited to do the rest of the examples and start building from there. Thanks for watching.